lot of new or aspiring content creators think that starting a YouTube channel is a lot more daunting than it actually is, so they end up putting it off or simply never starting. How devastating would it have been if some of our favorite creators like Mr. Beast, PewDiePie, or Brightside never started their channels simply because they were unsure of what it would be like? My name is Kala from Kala Creators Home Base, and in this video, I'm going to take you through the steps of how to create your YouTube channel clear to uploading your very first video. I want to walk you through the steps and break it down to make the impossible feel possible. So if you guys are ready, let's jump right on into it. Actually, creating your YouTube channel is the easiest step, and you may already have an account because YouTube is owned by Google. Start by opening YouTube in a browser. In the top right corner, click the little button that says sign in, and this will bring you to the Google sign in option where you'll click create account. Unless you're planning on selling products, I'd recommend just marking your account as for personal use. As for the name, I'd recommend your first name being something along the lines of what you plan to be called in your videos, but for the last name, it can just be any variation of what your channel name is going to be. For example, my other YouTube channel is Homegirl Gamer, so my name I put is Kala Homegirl. This just gives you another layer of anonymity. If you already have a Gmail account for the YouTube channel that you want to create, you can just put that email in and follow the Google prompts as it goes. If that's the case, I'd recommend skipping to the next chapter in this video. Now, if you do not have a Gmail account specific to the YouTube channel that you want to create, I would highly recommend that you make one, because this gives you another layer of anonymity. It's helpful for in the future if you want to interact with brands or other creators, and it just helps you have more security than using your personal email. If you would like to do this option, just hit the create a new email address instead. An example of an email address that's similar to what your channel name is, my channel name is Kala Creators Homebase, and my email address is kalacreatorshomebase@gmail.com. Once you create your new password and verify that email address, it'll take you into YouTube signed in through your Gmail account. Once you're in YouTube, you want to go to the top right corner and click the blank profile picture. If you already had a Gmail account prior to this, you may already have a profile picture there. Next, click on your channel, customize channel, and then go into branding. Branding your channel just refers to how your channel will appear to others, and it'll make it easier for your channel to be found. This is where you set things like your profile picture, your channel description, channel name, anything that would be counted as what your channel is will be found inside the branding section. Now, in order to set your profile picture, you just click the upload button and it'll take you to a finder window where you can locate your file. YouTube accepts most format options, but you'll need to make sure that your file is at least 98 by 98, otherwise it won't allow you to upload it. Now, to upload your banner, it is very similar to what you did to upload your profile picture. All it has to do is make sure that your pixel size is at least 2048 by 1152. Next is the watermark. Now, this part is definitely optional. It just adds a little bit of your logo or your picture or whatever you want to the bottom of your video, just in the bottom right hand corner. And this just makes it so it's harder for your videos to be stolen by other people or for other people to use it in their content without giving you credit for it. So I would highly recommend that you do it. It's just a PNG, so if you want to look at my example, I have one down in the corner right here, and that's just a small little thing to better keep protecting of your own identity and your own videos that you're creating. Next, in channel customization, go over to basic info. Now, this is where you can name your channel and you can add a description of your channel. The description of your channel is basically where you just say what your channel is about, what kind of videos you create, or how often you'll be uploading content. If you want some format options or some examples, you can click on the public Google Doc I have linked in the description below to where you can see kind of like an example of what you might look for in a YouTube bio. Next, you can add up to 5 links that will be shown as hyperlinks on the bottom right hand side of your channel that will look like something like this. These hyperlinks can only have up to 5, so you can include more than that, but it won't show on your banner. It will only show in your about information. But this is where you can include links to other things like your other social medias, like your Discord, your TikTok, your Instagram, or even a website link. But just keep in mind that you can only include up to 5 links. Additionally, you can put your email address in the contact info below. Now, this is especially helpful if you're trying to get brand deals or interact with other content creators who are trying to find you. Move on to how to actually upload a video in YouTube. Now, there's a lot of mini steps along the way that can feel kind of frustrating if you don't know what they mean, but once you actually understand what the questions are saying, knowing what to do for each one will feel like second nature for you every time you go to upload a new video. The simplest way to go into the upload video section is to click the little create button, which will give you the drop down list of upload video, go live, or create post. Now, this is only if you're not already in the YouTube Studio format. If you are in YouTube Studio, then it will just be the little camera by your profile picture. Once you click upload video, it'll bring you to a pop-up window where you have upload files. Now, this will take you to another file finder window to upload whatever video you're here to upload. Now under details is the titles required. Now you can technically have titles up to 100 characters, but anything over 40 or 60 characters are likely to be truncated or shortened on different devices like your phone. So it's better to keep your title around 40 characters just to be on the safe side. Here's where you can also put in the description of the video where you can talk about what's going to be mentioned in the video. You can do timestamps, different things, or even add in links that you've mentioned throughout the video. It is important to mention that YouTube requires your account to be verified before any links in your description can be clickable. Now this process takes about a day or so. It's just submitting a picture of your driver's license, ID, anything to YouTube, and they'll just make sure that you're a real person and they'll let your account go through. So it's better to make sure you get this done ahead of time so that way you don't have your first video go up without your links being clickable. Next, go into the thumbnail section. This is where you can upload a thumbnail for your video, or you can select one from your own file finder window, or YouTube will auto-generate 3 different options that you can choose from once your video has finished uploading. If you're uploading a YouTube short, choosing a thumbnail is not actually an option. Next, we're going to go down into playlists. Now, if you already have some playlist options, you can just automatically add it to a playlist right at the moment. But if you don't have some playlist options open or you want to have a new playlist, you can actually go to the drop down and click add a new playlist right there. Playlists are not required at all, but by having a playlist, it actually increases watch through to multiple videos and can better boost your account. Now I want you to scroll down into audiences. Now this part is actually very important, so I want you to pay close attention. Even if your YouTube video is available for children to watch, if it is not specifically made for children, like a children's TV show, do not mark that it's made for children. That puts it in an entirely different category in YouTube. Also, if your video has any content in it that's adult content that is still terms of service safe, you want to make sure to restrict your viewers to 18 because this can also go against YouTube's terms of service by not selecting that. If you're not sure if your video contains adult content or if it fits YouTube's terms of service or community guidelines, you can check out my video coming out on January 27th to cover the most common mistakes that people make with YouTube's terms of service. Now we're going to get into more individual settings about what will actually boost your account and setting your video up to post. Click the show more option. If you have anything like paid promotion or ads in your thing, make sure you actually check that box, because by having that kind of content in your video but then not checking that box, that actually is against YouTube terms of service and you don't want to get your video taken down or get any problems on your account. Now, if you're just recommending a product casually or just saying, I really like this product, but they're not actually paying you to recommend it, then you do not have to select that. Next is automatic chapters, which I actually recommend having checked on. If you look down at the bottom of this video and you see the little scrolling option, you'll see how the video is broken up into different chapters. This just allows YouTube to make those breaks if in the description below you have a different timestamp for all of the different things and a name for them so it will show up in your video. This can really help viewers to figure out what's going on in your video and jump around to the parts they need or rewatch parts they didn't quite understand, which can help boost your watch time, so I highly recommend having this setting on. Now, if you forget to set the timestamps in your description or to name them or whatever before your video goes live, you can actually change this in your description after the video is published. Then, if you're comfortable, which is an entirely optional choice, you can choose Allow Automatic Places. Now, if you're like a travel blog or something where you're going to a lot of different places, this can be a really helpful tool to help boost your videos based off the areas that you're in. But if you're constantly filming in the same area, like a desktop stream, then this might not be the best option for you. Next is a very helpful section called tags, which are actually similar to hashtags. Now, YouTube will tell you that this section is not actually very helpful, but if you look literally anywhere, you'll see that it is helpful, so I don't know why YouTube says that it's not, because beyond just helping people find your videos if it's a commonly misspelled term, it can actually help make your videos more recommended to people who will actually like that kind of content. An example of what you can put in for the tags is if you're like a gaming channel or whatever, then you can put in, like gaming, Elden Rings, gameplay, playthrough, to try to give your channel more options to show up in your recommended search. Next, go down to the publish to subscriptions and notify subscribers. This will basically just send a little notification to anyone subscribed to your channel that you had a new video go live. It'll look something like this. I highly recommend that you have this turned on so that way you can get more initial views when your videos first go out. It'll also help you get return viewers, which YouTube looks highly favorably on. Next, under short sampling, this is really just up to you of what you want. By allowing embedding or allowing short sampling, this just means that when people are making YouTube shorts, they can use some of your video in their shorts, and that includes whether or not you can use your own video in your own shorts. Now this next section is very important. Go down into category. Now category is where you select what your kind of video is. So if you are, people on TV, blogs, whatever, this helps people who are interested in this kind of content actually find your videos. Now if you're a gaming YouTuber, this is extremely important because when you select gaming, it'll actually give you an option to select which game you're playing, and that will also tag it to anybody who plays those games and likes to watch people play those games to better recommend your videos to people. An example of what this would look like when you actually select this category is like this. Now let's move on to comments. Now a lot of people say that you should just allow all comments, but I actually recommend hold potentially inappropriate comments for review just because some people comment some really negative things and this can kind of change the direction of your entire comment section, especially if there's some earlier on comments. As for views, a lot of people think that they should hide the view count or the like count, but it's actually better if you leave that on because as a smaller account, a lot of times if people really love a video but see that it hasn't gotten a lot of views or haven't gotten a lot of likes, then they're actually be more inclined to give you a like because they feel like your video deserves more likes than what it's received. Which, by the way, make sure to like this video and comment down below a timestamp of what you thought was the most helpful information in this video for a chance to be featured in a future video. Now the remaining steps are easy to just glide right through. Next you want to hit add, which will take you to video elements. The very first option is subtitles, which is not required, but you can upload a video to help with subtitles. Then if your video is any longer than 25 seconds, you have the option to add an end screen, which looks something like this. This basically just gives you an option to promote a specific video or playlist or your channel at the end of your video when people are looking for something new to watch. Now end screens are not required, but I highly recommend them because they can really help boost your channel's watch through and also return viewers. Now I do want to mention, as of January 2023, if you are uploading a short rather than a full-length video, even if it is longer than the 25 seconds, you're not actually able to upload an end screen even though it looks like you're able to. YouTube will make it look like you can upload an end screen, but shorts don't have that option yet, so it will just end up looking blank. Next is a cards option. Now this can be really helpful if you're promoting another video, a playlist, a link, whatever, throughout your video and you want a little card to come up on the side, to tell you a little bit about that video or to give them a link to go to it. An example of this is actually earlier in this video when I referenced a different video, I had a little card come up right here that tells you to go about that video. I do want to mention that unless you're a YouTube partner, you cannot include a link to a website. You can only include to a video or a playlist. If you click next, this will take you to the copyright section. Now obviously when your video is done uploading, you want this to say no issues found. But you should know that this checker is not perfect. It will not always catch if there's a copyright problem, and it will not tell you if there's a terms of service or community guidelines problem. So you should really just be using this as a backup checker and not as your initial checker. You should always make sure that your content is correct and ready to be up on YouTube before uploading so you don't have any problems later on that could potentially restrict your account or get you banned. Next we're going to go on to visibility. Now this gives you a lot of options, so let's just quickly break down what these different options mean. Now if you have your video set to private, this means that only people with access to your account can view your videos. Or if you set it to unlisted, it means that when people go to your account, they won't see anything there, but if they have your specific link, then they can actually access it. If you set it to publish like immediately, then anyone on your account can see it, and if you set it to schedule, then it means that you can put your video up and say you uploaded it on a Friday, but you want it to actually go published on Saturday, then you can say, oh, just set it to Saturday and choose your time or whatever, and then on Saturday will automatically upload publicly to your account then, where anyone who goes on your account can see it. We also need to talk about set as premiere. The set as premiere option just means that it will kind of go up like a live stream when your video very first goes up, and anyone who watches your video during the duration of your video when it first goes up will not be able to pass forward or anything. They'll just see the video as if it was going up live, and this is really helpful for people if they want to do watch parties, get their friends on, have kind of like a live chat going on as the video is going up. But if that's not something that you're interested in, it is entirely optional and you can just have your video go up without set as premiere. Once you choose your visibility, you'll have the option to either hit publish or schedule. Once you've clicked that button, it'll take you to your content section where it will show all of your videos and it will show their statuses, whether they have any restrictions, what their visibility is, their likes, their views. Everything like that will be listed under your content section. Once you've hit publish or schedule, you can actually edit your video again by clicking this little tiny pencil button, and it'll bring it back up to most of the option that you were just seeing. But note that changing things like your title, your description, or your thumbnail after your video has gone live might impact how well the views go. The majority of these features can be edited after the video goes live, but you can't change out the video. That's one thing. Every single setting that you change is attached to the video. So if you want your different video uploaded, then you have to redo all of those settings on the new video. And congratulations, you finished! As you get more used to YouTube and you're posting more videos, you can add or adjust these steps as you go, but these steps are kind of the foundation for uploading any video to YouTube. I hope this helps. Comment down below if you have any questions or suggestions for future videos. And make sure to comment a timestamp of the part of the video that you found the most helpful for a chance to be featured in a future video. As always, make sure to like this video if you found it helpful, and make sure you follow for more tips and tricks to help you through your content creation journey. If you want to meet other smaller content creators just like you working on becoming the next big thing, make sure you scroll down to the description below to join the Creators Only Discord server. It's free to join and welcome to everyone, so you should 100% join. If you're looking to watch more videos, make sure you check out this video on the most common mistakes that new YouTubers make, or this playlist, this one, on more information about YouTube. And until next time, creators, bye!